A cloud of tension loomed over the Golden State Warriors last season, one that cast a shadow over their illustrious legacy. The incident that defined this tumultuous era took place during the 2022 offseason, a training session that witnessed Draymond Green delivering a punch to Jordan Poole. The punch was the tip of the iceberg, revealing an underlying issue that had been festering among the Warriors players. The rift between the two players was a well-known secret, stemming from contract negotiations. However, it extended far beyond just financial matters. The atmosphere in the training sessions was charged from the start, with Green and Poole's exchanges growing increasingly hostile. Recently, the reason behind the punch was unveiled by Pablo Torre of the Pablo Torre Finds Out podcast. It was a short, biting phrase from the young Poole that triggered Green's violent outburst. "You're a $30 million backpack," Poole allegedly said, insinuating that Green was essentially carried by Steph and Curry while drawing a hefty salary. The provocation pushed Green over the edge, leading to the physical altercation. The punch from Green resulted in his temporary suspension from the team, but he later returned following an apology. Remarkably, the Warriors refrained from imposing a more severe punishment, choosing to fine the veteran. During this offseason, Green renewed his contract with Golden State, securing a 4-year, $100 million deal. The ramifications of the punch ran deep, as reported by ESPN's Ramona Shelburne, plunging the team into a season-long crisis. The punch created a deep-seated division between the veterans and the younger talents in the locker room. It was an issue that never seemed to abate, with moments of tension resurfacing throughout the season. According to the journalist, Draymond's punch didn't just KO Jordan, it knocked out the entire team. It was the catalyst for a simmering feud between the championship core and the young talents. The franchise hoped it would eventually settle, but the environment never improved. Not even Jordan's relative silence was enough to quell the unrest behind the scenes. At the time, Steve Kerr described it as the biggest crisis the team has ever faced. Ultimately, the Warriors' campaign ended in disappointment with a playoff exit at the hands of the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference semifinals. Jordan Poole's departure from the team came as no surprise during this offseason. The situation had grown untenable, leading to a trade that involved Poole heading to the Washington Wizards in exchange for Chris Paul. In January of this year, Draymond Green candidly admitted he hadn't been the leader the Warriors needed. During an episode of his podcast, he reflected on the punch he threw at Poole, accepting responsibility for the team's fortunes that season. Green acknowledged the verbal exchanges with Poole went beyond the limit, although he didn't specify the nature of the offenses. The wear and tear in their relationship had reached a breaking point. "I'm not going to just go out and hit people for no reason. The wear and tear is clear, and it happens over time. But it's not as if you hear something out of the blue and just snap," Green explained during an episode of Patrick Beverley's podcast. What are your thoughts on the dramatic revelations behind the scenes of the Golden State Warriors' turbulent season? Feel free to share your opinions. As we continue to unravel the secrets of the NBA, remember to subscribe and activate notifications to stay in the know.